What's up, guys? Today we're reviewing the Amazon backpack for DSLRs versus the Lowepro ProTactic backpack. Stay tuned. Hello my friends and welcome to this review. Okay, so I often would ask myself, why should I even, go for the fancy backpack when Amazon has a $40 one? Well, let's answer that question and you guys can decide for yourself, okay? So today we're going to review these two backpacks, how they kind of stand up to each other, and maybe you can kind of discern what backpack will be better for you. The Amazon Basics backpack, I got this off Amazon for like 40 bucks, and it was just because when you're going out on like little engagement shoots or little like headshot whatever, and you want to bring a couple lenses with you, this is ideal. Nowadays I wouldn't even bring this backpack because I can hold all my lenses on my spider holster, and for the most part I don't really need to change lenses because I have two bodies with two lenses. I can do close and wide or whatever I want to have. I would say first and foremost that these little tabs right here and the surrounding body of this backpack is not very stiff. So if you're loaded in here like 70-200, a flash, a body, 35 and maybe a 50, that's like your kind of typical thing that you can kind of load this thing up with. It's going to get very heavy and start to sag because it doesn't have the support that it really needs to kind of, be long-term and long-term wear. Always when I wear backpacks though, guys, like my back sweats like a mother. Okay, so I don't know, and I barely sweat. I'm a person who doesn't really sweat. So if you like sweat, even when it's like 60 degrees outside, like Kevin does, this is probably going to be really uncomfortable for you if you're going to be outside kind of shooting and changing lenses and stuff like that, which I really don't recommend, but whatever. The hip support, because if you have a bad back like I do, you're going to want to carry most of any kind of weight on your hips and not your upper back. It's really poor. It's a really poor design. It doesn't really create a lot of support for you. It's just like having an uncomfortable string wrapped around your waist that doesn't make the load any lighter or any more bearable. Maybe a little bit more, but not really. This kind of always helps just a little bit to kind of keep the weight distributed equally, I think. That's the Amazon Basics one. But I would say it's really great if you're only doing maybe some like creative lighting stuff and maybe you got like two flashes in here, some mag mod stuff or some transceivers or something like that. Or even if you're, you have money and you don't want to carry it on your person, you can always keep it in here, right? So lightweight stuff, you're traveling, you're doing a little local shoot, whatever, definitely it's okay to go like kind of on a short airplane trip up to San Fran or something. That's fine too, but it's really not going to be heavy duty, and I do not think long term for your camera equipment for sure. Okay, so let's move on to the Lowepro. I forget how much this guy is. I want to say, I'll put it in the description, okay, because I forgot. Right away, this thing has a lot more support. It's a lot more stiffer, and it's a lot more stiff. When I put it on, I would like to see that the hip support, it is a little better because these are a lot wider. I would like to see these be a little bit more solid through to the connection right here. Like I have this backpack that I used when we used to go mountain biking, which was really a lie because I mountain biked like once. But anyway, I had a really great backpack for it, and it had a really solid waist support system here, which really does help alleviate the weight of your pack onto your hips. I just think that's super important because I have low back problems. What I really like about this, and what Kevin sold me on basically, is that it opens from the back. This way, the way that my think tank kind of opens, it's definitely a lot more stiff. It's got a lot more support here in the bottom of the pack, which obviously that's what you need. A lot of storage, a lot of stuff. It can carry it has easy access ports, which is really cool. You don't have to open up the whole pack when you're trying to reach for something really quickly. Because sometimes, I don't know if you guys feel like when I open up all my shit in the open, like people are looking at all my gear and stuff, like I would feel a little bit like I'm making myself a target, and we like to shoot pretty inconspicuously. We don't bring a bunch of crap. We don't make people feel like, oh, you're on a movie set. And I understand if you do that, that's cool beans, but I really like to be inconspicuous with how I shoot. Probably because like everywhere in California you need a permit to shoot nowadays. This one is always a good one. It's nice and hard, so if you're traveling, you know, shit's gonna get jostled. So you wanna know that your, you know, $10,000 investment in your equipment is going to be well protected. So I like that. I like that it has a lot more support. It's definitely more stiff. Greatly made. Zippers are really nice. Zippers on this guy, regular zippers. Okay, if you pay attention sometimes, like zippers are a big deal to me. If they're plastic and shit, like automatically that's a cheap product, you know that you're not gonna get a lot of life out of that thing. Really nice big zippers on this. I love big zippers. It's made out of Kevlar. I don't know if I want to retract that statement, but that's what it says. But the main thing that I would say is that if you're a shooter for the long term, I'm not for the long term anymore. My fiance is, right? What I would say, my final verdict would be this guy. If you're doing a lot of traveling and that's kind of like your plan, you want to be a destination photographer, destination engagements and stuff like that, definitely would check this guy out. It would be worth the investment to protect your gear, right? This guy, if you're doing kind of a local thing and you don't really go out that much and you're not carrying too much and you don't really have a low back issue problem, it's a lot cheaper for sure. I mean, that's why I got it, because that fit me. It was like, I don't carry a bunch of gear and stuff, and I rarely go out. So yeah, that worked for me. $40 versus like, I want to say 89 to like 120, something like that, somewhere in there. But yeah, so hopefully that answers some of your questions on these two bags and which one you should get. Once again, my name is May. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this review helped you. Okay, peace out, guys. See ya.